everybody. This is Armida Abreu Martinez, and I will be your host today for this week's Life Mastery session. The title for today is 5 Steps to Begin Manifesting Your Dream Life. For those of you that don't know me, I am a life, mindset, self-love, and relationship coach. And my passion, and I have a real passion to help others remove fear-based living, remove limiting beliefs, self-sabotaging behaviors, and just really help them see things differently, give them a different perspective so that they can rise and thrive and just live the life of their dreams. I myself used to be held back by limiting beliefs, and I had self-sabotaging behaviors because of my limiting beliefs. And I had to learn to work through them. When I was in this situation, I was not taking responsibility for my life, and I was giving my power away to other people, to circumstances in my life. And then finally I had enough, and I had to really look in the mirror, take responsibility for myself, and and take charge of my life. And I wanted to change the world by changing everybody else and all of the circumstances in my life. And then I realized that those things don't change until you change. Everything starts from within. And I know you guys have probably heard that a million times, because I know I did, and it took me so many years to actually get it. But once I did, life became magical and beautiful. And it really is true. The energy that you put out, it's the energy that you get back. So we really have to take responsibility for where we're at and choose to do things differently. And when you start aligning your energy within to what you want to see without, then it's crazy, because when you're trying to change everything outside of you, you're trying to control everything from a limited mindset and limited perspective. And when you really deep, like really look inside of you, that's when you have the real power, because that's when you actually can influence everything around you, because your energy is different. So after I went through my whole journey, and I learned a lot of different tips and tools on how to look within, heal, move beyond fear-based living, and start creating my life, not by default, but actually creating by choice, life became this beautiful place. And now my mission is to help others do the same, because once you get to the other side of things, you just want to bring with you the whole world, because it's a beautiful place to be. So that's why I'm here. I hope you guys enjoy the session. I'm going to jump right into a PowerPoint presentation that I have put together for you. So give me just a few seconds just so I can share my screen. Okay, cool. I hope you can all see that. Can you all see that? Give me a thumbs up. Yay. Thank you. So today's training topic, it's 5 steps to begin manifesting your dreams. And this is something actually that I've incorporated into my life. And I've done all of these steps to help me get to where I'm at today. And I've also given this to my clients to help them elevate their mindset and really start creating their lives by choice, not by default, right? So the first thing, let me just move this along a little bit more. So the first thing I want you to do is that you must get really clear on what it is that you want and why you want it. Most people never get what they want because they never clearly choose what they want. You are in full control of your life, and you can manifest anything that you desire, but it all starts with a clear, defined intention. I think a lot of times we don't, and I've noticed for personal experience, we have dreams, we have goals, we have ambitions, but we're afraid to pursue them because we don't clearly know what they are. We have an idea, but we don't really sit down to get clear. And the more clear that you are with your intentions and with your goals and with your visions, the easier it is going to be for you to follow through. Because when you see the bigger picture, then you can start to figure out what's your next step, right? And sometimes it's scary to take that next step when you don't even know what that vision looks like. So a clearly defined vision, it's really important in a goal, because once you have that, you know which steps you'll figure out what's your next step. And then once you get to that step, what's your next step and what's your next step? But if you don't have a clearly defined vision, you have nothing to work towards. So this is really, really important. And this has helped me so much to get to where I'm at right now, just getting clarity. Clarity is everything. So to get to this place where you're feeling clear, it's a good thing for you to sit down and really sit with yourself, journal it out, speak it out loud, however feels right to you and in alignment, but really be as truthful as you can be when you're answering these questions for yourself, right? So the first question that I want you to ask yourself is, what would my life look like if I could have anything that I desire, right? Dream big, and really get clear on what that is, and make sure when you're asking yourself these questions, you're answering them from you, from what your soul wants, your authentic self wants, not what your mom wants, not what your siblings, your spouse, your kids, your aunt, your uncle, your neighbors, your teachers. This is not a time for you. This is your dream, your goal, your vision, and you need to take control of it. So you need to get clear on what it is that you want and make sure it feels right and in alignment to you. The next question is, what will my perfect day look like if I had everything that I desired? This is to get you dreaming, to get you to open up your creativity and to help you start creating and envisioning that goal or that vision, or that goal or that mission that you want to accomplish. And what will my future self look like? And then step into your higher self. Like, how do I walk? How do I talk? How do I think? How do I act? Get creative with these ideas. Like, really have fun with it, right? I think this is another key that we forget, is that life is supposed to be fun, and we take everything so seriously. And the energy that you put out is the energy that you're getting back from the universe and from everybody. So when you're doing these things, just really have fun, be playful, and really allow yourself to get into that child mind state and really create from that space, because that's where you're being authentic and really who you are at the core. And if one thing, another question for you to ask, and I don't think it's in here, but it's usually the things that light you up the most. It's the things that give you your most, that get you most excited. The things that you like doing as a kid will be the things that you usually want to have a mission or a goal to. That's how you get to your purpose work. So if you're trying to find what your purpose work is, try to figure out what you liked as a child and things that you like now, and figure out how you can do that now as an adult, to do purpose work, to help others, to be of service, to do something that helps you feel fulfilled. And how do I walk? How do I talk? How do I think?
On a scale of 1 to 5, would you give yourself a 5 on achieving what you want in life? If your answer is anything less than a 5, right now, I have something awesome for you. Achieving your goals and living your life at a 5 isn't easy. Most people aren't prepared to focus, stay disciplined, and do the everyday work that is necessary to achieve amazing results. But since you're watching this, then I'm guessing that you're not one of those people. And this is an opportunity that will change your life. Give to Get is a global program that brings together world-class coaching and combines it with empowering masterminds and networking opportunities. We provide 5-star guidance for the price of a cup of coffee a day. To find out more, click on the link in the description of this coaching session.
Like, you need to become that now. You have to embody that persona now. So it's good for you to get clear on this, and you want to make sure you start talking like the person that you write about, right? Make sure that you're in alignment, right? How do you want to talk? How you want to talk? How you want to think? How you want to act? Everything, have fun and get really clear on all of these, because this is going to help you build. Because in order for you to build a desire and build that vision, you have to elevate yourself. So you want to make sure that you elevate yourself as much as you can, or at the level where you believe that person, if you had everything you dream of, and you had that perfect day, like, well, how would that look like for you? How would you act? Make sure you're really tuning into that emotion. Emotion is really important, because that's what's going to connect you to that dream, that goal, and that vision, and allow you to see yourself as that person and start embodying that now. So your job is to embody this new version of you right now, and start embodying the new version of yourself right now. In life, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. So you must learn to guide your energy and your emotions towards what you're trying to manifest. You know, we're always so easy, and we're taught to always focus on what's missing, on what's lacking, and never on the things that we actually want. And I think this is a lesson that I had to learn, and it took me some time to learn, was that it's so true that when you start focusing on the things that you want, and you focus all your energy on that, that's what's going to start shifting and creating and those beautiful synchronicities once you have that clear goal to get you there. You may have that clear goal, and once you have established that clearly, your job is to figure out just what's my next step, right? Baby steps. It's that 1% every day. You don't have to go from point A to point Z in 30 days, or however time frame you've given yourself. Give yourself the time to just take the next logical step. Or sometimes it's not even logical, you feel an intuition, but that next step that you feel like this is for me, and you feel it, and it's got such a pull on you that you have no choice but to listen to it. That's what you want to do. And then just do 1% every day, 1% every day. My goal, and what I tell my clients, is that your goal is to just grow 1% every day. Whatever that 1% looks like for you, it's up to you. But you want to make sure you start embodying that now, because then that's the energy. When you're at that energy, that's when you make magic happen. Because at that energy level, you're going to attract, since we're energetic beings at that energetic level, you're going to start attracting to you experiences that match that. So this is why it's so important for you to elevate yourself when you create that dream, so that you can start attracting at that level, and not at the level of, lacking mindset, because that's when you're going to hit all the roadblocks and everything that you feel that it's not going to help you get to your goal. So I want to make sure that you really start to embody that. So dig deep to find out what is currently stopping you or blocking you from manifesting this vision. Blocks and limitations can show up as fears, as doubts, as negative self-talks, and self-sabotaging behaviors. This step is not meant for you to judge yourself, but for you to bring awareness to any limiting beliefs and behaviors, so that you can begin to shift them. This is really important. Self-judgment is just gonna, if you're judging yourself, that's gonna, again, keep you in that lower level energy. That's not gonna help you see things clearly, and that's not gonna elevate you and get to your goals and your dreams as quickly, or even have a clear vision. When we're in lack and fear and lower vibration energy, we're on fight or flight mode. And when we're on that mode, we're not on creation mode. And if we're not on creation mode, you're not going to try to create and go towards your dreams. So again, this is not for you to judge yourself. So be very compassionate towards yourself. Really do this from the lens of love and compassion, and just out of curiosity, just to be curious about it. So ask yourself these questions to get that answer, to see if there's any limiting behaviors, anything that's holding you back. These are great questions that are going to help you get through that, process that. If I was to know what is stopping me or blocking me from realizing my dreams, what would that be? Just speak out whatever comes to you and go with that. Always follow your intuition, or whatever. Usually the first thing that flows out is the right thing. You can say it out loud. You can journal it out. I recommend journaling it out, because you get out of your head and onto paper. And so since you're getting out of your head, you are more apt to flow naturally with what your intuition is telling you. So writing, it's really important. I recommend that you do that if you can, but do whatever feels right for you, because I don't want you to hold yourself up because you don't want to take the time to write it down. If you don't want to do that, then just sit with yourself quietly and be honest and truthful and answer these questions, so that you can get clarity towards your dreams. Question number 2, what do I choose to let go of or give up in order to make this happen? Release whatever is not serving you. Let go of the people, the places, or things that hold you back and keep you from realizing your dreams. Get really clear with this. And again, when you're doing this, it's not to judge yourself or judge others. It's just to bring awareness, so that if there are those people that are holding you back, that while you're building that vision, maybe you keep them at a distance while you do this. Or maybe you talk to them, but you don't talk to them about your dreams and your visions, because if they're gonna, especially at the beginning when we're building something, if we share our dreams with them and they shut us down, it automatically triggers fears in us and doubts. And we don't want people shutting down our dreams before we've even had a chance to put any footwork on getting there. So the best thing to do is if there's anybody that's holding you back, or any behaviors, be really true with yourself and release them. And again, you could release them with love, with compassion. And it doesn't mean that if there's a person in your life, my sister is doesn't like what I'm doing right now, that now you don't talk to her forever. No, absolutely not. You can still be, this person can still be in your life. It's just that you keep them at a distance when it comes to working on your goals and your dreams. Maybe you go out and talk about the weather, sports, something else that you like, but don't talk about something that somebody's going to shut down your dream, because unconsciously that's going to cause some fears within you. So you want to make sure that the people you are talking to are the people who are going to support you, and the people who are going to help you even think bigger, right? Because that's what we want to do. Because if you can think it, you can achieve it. You just have to put in the work, get clear, release what's holding you back, and figure out what your next step is. So step number 3 is choose beliefs that are aligned with your future self. Your thoughts and beliefs have a different impact on the action you take, which directly impacts the results that you'll get. If you want to change your thoughts, you have to change your beliefs. The great news is that you get to choose which beliefs you want to embody on a daily basis and which beliefs you don't. So pick beliefs that serve you and are aligned with your vision and with your future self. This is really, really important. I learned this from Abraham Hicks, one of my spiritual teachers, and she always says, a belief is just a thought you keep thinking. So a belief can be changed with just a thought. You just have to be aware of that belief, and then you have to shift it, right? And when you, like, for example, one of the big things that keeps anybody from doing anything and accomplishing anything, and I was one of those people, was the not good enough syndrome. After coaching a lot of, after healing and coaching a lot of people, I realized that even though we have different traumas and different life experiences, it all comes down to a belief from everything that we've experienced that we're not good enough. And we hold ourselves back because we don't think we're good enough for X, Y, or Z, or we don't deserve it. So these are beliefs that are going to hold you back. If you don't think you're good enough, why would you even put in an effort, right? So one of the best things for you to do is when you catch yourself with that negative self-talk or those beliefs that are not serving you and that are not in alignment to who you truly really are, because they're just perceptions that you have built because of certain life experiences, right? We've experienced some stuff in the past that has shaped us to believe a certain type of way that's not necessarily true. And so your job is, when you catch yourself saying these things, and you can again sit down and journal it out and be true to yourself without judgment and with a lot of compassion. Like, what are my true beliefs about myself? And always, try to journal them out. And then once you have like not good enough, not deserving, not worthy, you can change it. Now you've brought awareness to them. So I always say, grab 2 different pens and write them out. Let's say you have black and blue, whatever color you choose, write out all the beliefs in one column, and then do the opposite, cross off. Like if you write, I'm not good enough, with a different color pen, cross it out, and then write, I'm good enough in a different, because for some reason it'll pop out more, and it'll be more it'll dig into your subconscious mind when you do it this way. And so what I want you to do is to start really working through that. And when you catch yourself thinking negative thoughts about yourself, stop yourself. And at this moment, I want you to not judge yourself, but celebrate that and be like, no, you know what? This is the old Armida, the new Armida. Because remember, you worked on elevating yourself. Armida 2.0 now believes that she's worthy and deserving of whatever she wants. So thank you for trying to keep me safe, but I'm going to stay here, right? Just something like that. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. Like, don't make it. So I started, when I was doing this work, I started to just have fun with it. And every time I caught myself saying anything that I know wasn't serving me, I would just be like, oh, no, not today. I know who I am. And this is Armida 2.0. Doesn't fit into that energy anymore. I love you. Thank you for trying to keep me safe, but you got to go. You have to go. And so that's what I started doing. And then another way you can process this is by asking yourself, what does the higher future version of me choose to believe about myself and about the world in order to support my dreams and my vision? I think this is really important. Not only do we have to look about our beliefs, but what we believe about ourselves, but what we believe about the world, because, our perception of the world because we are co-creating with the universe, our perception of the world, it's gonna either hinder us or help us in the direction that we're trying to go. And I don't know who said this quote, but so there's a quote out there, like, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, either way, you're right. And if you think the universe, like if you think you live in a friendly universe, then you do. If you think you don't, then you don't. Your beliefs really shape your environment, your what's going on in your life, your experience, your life experiences. So what I want you to do is to really get clear on what you think about the world. Do you think the world is helpful? Do you think people are helpful? Do you think you have the universe will support you or not? And really journal it out and figure out why and process why you think whatever belief comes up. And again, this is not a step for you to judge yourself, it's to see where you're at. Because if you're elevating yourself and elevating so that you can accomplish that dream and that goal, you want to make sure that you're looking at everything, you're surrounding, your support, not just the people, but what you believe about the world. And find if you have any negative perceptions about the world or anything that's not serving you, find the true in it. Because a lot of times our perceptions, again, we shape our perceptions from past experiences. And if we really get curious, we find out that there's always something different, right? And so it's just being open-minded and realizing that you always have a choice to shift that thought and that energy so that you can get to where you want to be. Because not only do you have to elevate yourself, but you have to elevate what you believe about the world, because that's you working in creation and co-creation with the world. So this is a good time for you to get curious and see what your beliefs are. Step number 4 is take aligned action towards your vision and your dreams. Success is 80% your internal state and 20% what you think in the outside world, what you do in the outside world. Most people get this entirely around the wrong way, which is why they see little to no results in their life. You must align your energy first and then take aligned action. Aligned action stems from the deep work that we have done up to this point, everything we talked about, and also from the daily commitment that you make to yourself and to your self-growth. This is really, really important. When you're going to do anything in your life, intentional energy is everything, right? So aligning your energy is everything, because if you're taking action towards a dream, towards a goal, you're doing a project, it doesn't matter, any little thing that you're doing, if you're in that lower level energy of fear, lack, doubt, guilt, shame, you're not going to see things clearly, and you're not going to be able to look at the biggest perspective, because you're stuck in fight or flight mode. So taking aligned action comes from you doing all the work that you're doing. And once you elevate yourself, your emotions, and what you believe about the world, with what we've talked about previously, doing the steps we talked about, then your intentional energy is high frequency, it's charged up, it's ready, it's excited, it's looking at the bigger picture, and you see opportunities where you wouldn't see if you're on fight or flight mode. So this is really, really important. Intentional aligned energy is everything. Once you elevate yourself, you don't even have to work at it, because it's naturally the next best step. You'll be pulled to the next best step in order for you to get there. So this is something that it's really important for you to do. In order to get there, you can ask yourself these questions. You can say, what would my future higher self be doing right now to manifest this dream and vision into my life? Question number 2, what are the most important things for me to be doing or focusing on right now? After you have done this, circle the 3 most important and commit to getting those done. This is really important. And then question number 3, who are the people that I choose to have in my life right now that are going to help me and support me towards my dream and vision? Getting clear on all of these, it's really good, because then you've got clear on your vision, right? And your mission. Now you're bringing it down, like, okay, what's my next step, right? I know what I know my intentional energy needs to be this. I know I need to embody X, Y, and Z. Okay, so in order to get here, what are the next 3 logical steps, right? What are the next 3 things I can do? You make a list and you pick the 3 that you feel most called to. Follow your intuition. It will never lead you down the wrong path, as long as you're coming from your heart space, your love space, and not from a fear-minded in your fear and lack space. So make sure you commit to those, right? And then picking your team. You know, you're not alone. Find people who are going to support you on your path. Figure out who those people are. And it could be your sister, it could be your brother, it could be a friend, but find out who they are and start building that team for yourself so that you can start building a support system around your dreams. Hold on one second. And then, have fun with the journey and celebrate every day. Make sure that you have fun with this process, as this will help you stay on track and stay motivated. Celebrate all the little milestones each and every single day. And always remember that things are always going to work out for you. Things are always going to, and it's so true. And I had to learn this. I always felt like, you know, no matter, even now, if you think back about a past experience where you thought that things weren't working out, and then you look at it now from a different, after you've overcome that, you look at it, you realize that even though it wasn't ideal, it wasn't what you wanted to go through, you either learned a lesson or there was a blessing in it. So when we're going towards our goals and our dreams, it's really important for us to trust the journey, right? Because there's a journey that we must go on. And I think sometimes we get so caught up in that goal and that vision, and we want to control how it's supposed to look. And so we think from a limited perspective and a limited mind that it needs to go this way, right? And the universe seeing that if you go this way, it's going to be, you're going to get there quicker. It's going to be bigger and better and just more powerful for you. And it's learning to surrender that and to believe and trust in yourself and in your vision, and to follow the next step, even if you think like the next logical step is this, but for some reason you're being pulled in a different direction, or there's a roadblock, that there's a reason for it. Roadblocks are not meant to stop us from our dreams. They're just meant for us to go around them and figure something differently that's going to help us grow and get to our dreams even quicker. Or I don't even like to say quicker, because I don't like to rush anything. Things happen when they happen, but I guess help us grow. I think we set up these goals. When we set a goal, it's not about the goal, it's about the person that we become towards that goal. And so when we set any goal, if we come from that mindset, like, wow, I'm excited about the growth and the journey, then getting to that goal becomes easy, effortless, and it becomes something exciting for you to do. And just really looking at it from that perspective of growth. And that's something that I think was one of the last lessons I learned. And I'm sure I have many lessons to learn still, which is, I'm really grateful for that, because I'm all about growing, and I know I don't know it all. And that's a wonderful thing, because I'll figure things out as I go. But learning to just really trust that, trust on my goals, trust on my desire, trust on my vision, and trust that if I think it needed to go a certain way, but it's tilting and it's pivoting in a different way, to trust that that's happening for a reason, and not to allow that to throw me off track. Realize that there's a reason for this, and keep it moving, keep it going. Just have faith and trust in yourself to know that no matter what happens, you deserve it. You deserve to get to your goal. You deserve the growth. You deserve the journey, and allow yourself to enjoy that process. So that's the end of the presentation. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask.